This was the moment everything broke. Episode 7 of the Pitt Season 2 didn't just raise the stakes, it shattered the trust we thought still existed. By the time the final scene ended, one relationship was beyond repair, one secret was finally exposed, and one character crossed a line they can never step back from. And if you thought last week's cliffhanger was intense, this episode makes it look small. Episode 6 ended with that shocking reveal, the leaked recording that proves someone inside the group had been lying for weeks. The screen cut to black before we saw who released it, but the damage was already done. Accusations were flying. Faces said more than words. And the group we once saw as united was now divided by fear and doubt. Episode 7 opens in the quiet after that storm. No loud music. No shouting, just silence. The kind of silence that tells you something bad is coming. We see the fallout immediately. People who once stood side by side now avoid eye contact. Conversations stop when certain names are mentioned. The trust that held everything together is gone. And what makes it worse is that no one knows who to believe anymore. Was the leak meant to expose the truth, or to destroy someone on purpose? The camera stays close on small details, shaking hands, long stares, doors closing softly. It shows us that this isn't just about a recording. It's about betrayal, it's about power. And most of all, it's about control. Someone wanted this chaos. Someone planned it, but here's the real twist. The person who seems most hurt might actually be the one hiding the biggest secret. Episode 7 doesn't rush into action. Instead, it slowly builds tension, letting every look and every pause feel heavy. And by the end of this opening stretch, one thing becomes clear. This isn't about fixing the damage anymore. It's about surviving it. And that's what makes this episode different from the rest of the season. The tension that begins in silence does not stay quiet for long. Very quickly, the pressure inside the group explodes. The first major confrontation happens when Marcus directly questions Elena about the leaked recording. His voice is calm, but his eyes tell a different story. He does not fully accuse her, but he makes it clear that he no longer trusts her. And that single moment shifts the balance between them. For the first time this season, Marcus is not reacting. He is testing people. Watching them, Elena's response is careful, too careful. She denies releasing the recording, but she avoids answering how she even knew it existed. That small gap in her story becomes important. Others notice it too. You can see it in the way Sam looks at her, confused, almost hurt. The group is no longer united. They are split into silent sides. Midway through the episode, we reach the turning point. A second piece of information surfaces, proof that the recording was edited. This changes everything. Now it's not just about betrayal. It's about manipulation. Someone didn't just leak the truth. Someone shaped it, cut parts out, made it more damaging. And that means planning. This is where the power shifts. Marcus, who seemed unstable earlier in the season, suddenly becomes the most focused person in the room. He realizes this chaos benefits someone, and instead of arguing, he steps back. He starts observing. Meanwhile, Elena becomes defensive, pushing harder to control the narrative. The more she tries to explain, the more unsure everyone feels. Then comes the quiet scene that many viewers might miss. Sam stands alone, replaying the recording on his phone. The camera stays on his face, not the screen. We don't hear the full audio again. We just watch him listen. And in that moment, his expression changes. It's not anger. It's realization. He has noticed something small, a background sound that should not be there. That tiny detail tells us the leak didn't happen the way we were told. The chaos was never random. It was designed. The final minutes of episode 7 slow everything down. Again, but this time the silence feels different. It feels dangerous. After Sam notices that strange background sound in the recording, he does not tell the group right away. Instead, he walks straight to Marcus. That choice alone tells us something important. Sam no longer trusts everyone. He trusts one person. And that changes the game. They replay the recording together. This time, we hear it clearly. Under the main voices, there is a faint sound of a train passing. That might seem small, but earlier in the season we learned only one place near them has tracks that close. And only one person had access to that space on the night the recording was made. The show does not say the name out loud. It doesn't need to. The camera cuts to Elena sitting alone in her apartment, staring at her phone, waiting. Waiting for what? That question hangs in the air. Now here's where it gets deeper. The final scene is not about proof. It's about control. Elena receives a message. We never see the full text. Just 3 words, "You pushed too far." Her face does not show fear. It shows frustration. That tells us something huge. She may not be the mastermind. She may be part of something bigger. This changes how we see the entire episode. Maybe Elena did edit the recording. Maybe she did leak it, but was she acting alone, or was she following orders? The show gives us one last clue before cutting to black. Marcus deletes something from his phone. We don't know what. But his expression is calm, almost satisfied. So what does this mean? First, the recording was planned. Second, someone wanted the group divided. And third, Marcus might know more than he is saying. That final shot of him standing by the window, watching the city lights, is not random. It shows a man who sees the bigger picture. Episode 7 ends without a clear answer on purpose. It is not asking who leaked the recording anymore. It is asking who is really pulling the strings. Episode 7 does not just end with questions. It resets the entire power structure of the season. Now the real fear is this: what if someone outside the circle is controlling them? That idea alone changes everything moving forward. Right now, Elena looks guilty. The train sound connects her to the location. The message on her phone suggests she answered to someone. But here is the twist: she might not be the villain, she might be the middle person. The one used to create chaos while someone else stays hidden. And if that is true, then the real threat has not even stepped into the light yet. Marcus is in a strong position. He knows about the background sound. He saw Elena's reaction during the confrontation. And he deleted something from his phone in the final scene. Or protecting himself. What if Marcus has known about the bigger plan longer than we think? What if he allowed the chaos to grow? Because it benefits him in the end? Sam is the emotional center of this story. In shows like The Pitt, the character who discovers the truth first often becomes the next target. If someone powerful is behind this, Sam could be the next problem that needs to be removed. Looking ahead to episode 8, we can expect 3 possible paths. First, Elena may finally break and reveal who is giving her orders. Second, Marcus may step forward as a leader, taking control of the group while hiding his own secrets. Or third, and this is the bold prediction, the real mastermind could be someone we trust completely. Someone who has stayed quiet while others fought. Episode 7 was not just about betrayal. It was about strategy, about control, about planting doubt like seeds and watching it grow. And if this season has taught us anything, it is this: in the pit,